Today we're going to show you how to overhaul your hydraulic ram for your car liner pulling tower, also known as a draw liner. This ram is made for most or 99% of all American made car liner draw liners. You will need this seal kit, the ALT-SK-GL. To perform this, you will note that we have already taken this ram apart, cleaned it and everything so that we can make this video quick as possible for you to learn. What you will need: a 1/4-inch Allen wrench or T-handle, a pick, a small screwdriver, of course your seal kit, and a spanner wrench. Let's get started. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to break the Allen wrench here that's in the back out. You'll use your Allen wrench, you'll break it apart, and then you're going to, this screw is quite long, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this screwdriver to take it out. You'll notice that it's quite long. Inside here you're going to see that there is a washer, a copper washer. To take the copper washer out, which you will be replacing here, you'll take your long bolt, you'll do it around in the circle like that until you get your washer out, and you'll set it aside. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to turn your ram over. You will pull it up. You'll take your spanner wrench, loosen your brass threaded retaining ring. Now note, this brass retaining ring is not serviceable. If you can't get it out, you'll need to replace your ram. And on this brass nut, there is a wiper which will clean this cylinder as it comes up and down. We're going to go ahead and remove this threaded adapter. And then you're going to pull your nut off. And inside your threaded brass nut, you're going to notice that there is a wiper. This wiper is not a seal, it's just a wiper that cleans this ram as it goes in and out. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull our ram out of our cylinder, and then we're going to remove our seal. Here's our U-cup seal. You can see it's brown, it's not clear like the OEM ones here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our screwdriver, and we have a spring-loaded snap ring. We're going to take that off, and then we're going to pull our seal off. The seal has a steel retaining ring at the top. It keeps the seal from keeping its form, and you can see that the seal is quite old. Now we're gonna, we have pre-cleaned this. Now we pre-cleaned this with carburetor cleaner and or brake cleaner. We pre-cleaned it, and that's what you can use to pre-clean everything once you've got it apart. Clean it thoroughly. Make sure that you have no pits down in your cylinders or anything. You can have a pit or two here. It's not that big of a deal because, again, all this is a wiper that cleans your thing. Now the thing that you want to make sure is you have this brass spacer. You'll notice that there's a cut in this brass spacer. Make sure that cut is always facing down. You want your seal, your new seal, to be on the surface that has no cut on it. I'm going to snap that back on. We'll put our steel retaining ring back on. We'll follow that with a new coil snap ring. When you put the coil snap ring on, the thing that we want to make sure that we're doing here is that it seats properly. So when it seats, this will avoid any other complications. Again, you'll hear it click nice and good, and you just want to make sure it's in there. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to reverse the process. We're going to put the cylinder back in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to replace our wiper. To replace the wiper, you take your pick, You pull it out. You'll notice that there's a taper on this, and there's a taper inside this brass retainer. Make sure that it goes in the proper way. You're going to put it in, and now we'll put this back into our cylinder. When you tighten this up, you want to get it nice and snug. You do not want to over tighten it. And you will put your threaded adapter back on it. Now we're going to reinstall our long nut, our long bolt. We'll put a new compression washer on it. Again, we have adapted a electric screwdriver, or excuse me, one of these thingies, and we're going to put it back in there. And now your ram has been overhauled. Now there is one step that we did not take. There is a loaded spring in here. You have a washer and a bolt here. You will make sure that you put a new nut on there, a compression washer on your bolt, and put it back in here. You'll notice that this one is only about 1/2 to 3/4 inch long. So if you're loosening this, and you need to be careful to what you're doing. Now that shows you how to overhaul your hydraulic ram for your car liner. At the end of this segment, we're going to have some more notes for you. You'll notice that this is brought to you by Grade A Tools. We will be happy to FaceTime you, help you out with any of the repairs that you need. If you're unsure of the seal kits that you need, or if you need help, please reach out and contact us. Again, we'll be happy to FaceTime you, talk to you by email, talk to you by phone. A lot of times we can talk to you by phone with text and everything. It helps speed along the process versus waiting for days for everybody to answer emails. Again, your seal kit would be the ALT-SK-CL will be for your car liner or draw liner seal kits. Thank you.